is your best guess of what Bo Nix is going through right now? What do you think?
I think he's extremely excited. Coming off a rookie season where, I mean, look, for any rookie coming out of college football to then go and start, a full 17 game season now and then go into the playoffs. I mean, it's a grind. It's a grind. And now couple that with the fact that, he's in a Sean Payton offense where obviously, they require a lot from the quarterback position. And, you're trying to develop that rapport and chemistry and everything with your receivers and the team as well and establish yourself. I know Bo was more than excited about coming into this second season, feeling like there was a whole nother level of comfort. Man, he had a great plan for what he wanted to get better at this offseason, where he wanted to improve. Man, he's such a natural athlete, tons of experience coming out of college, 61 college starts. There's a maturity there that, most guys, I think it takes a while to develop. He was a multi-sport athlete, so he's got this skill set and these traits. And I think this demeanor that really lend itself to being, an exceptional NFL quarterback. And, I think it's time, for him, and I know he feels this way, just, man, crank it up a notch. Obviously you got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers in that division that are, kind of the bullseye on the Chiefs' chest, but you got a really tough division to get through. But man, that defense that they have is stout. I know Sean Payton wants to run the ball as well and establish the run that sets up play action, everything else for Bo. So, I think they're poised to have a great season.
Well, I mean, again, you weren't a rookie coming into Sean Payton's world. You were established. Okay. Yeah. And we all know what was going on in San Diego and how you arrived in New Orleans back in the day. That said, what was the tough love moment with you and Sean Payton? One of the first ones what that Knicks might have experienced last year is going through in year two.
Yeah. Right. So see, to your point, Sean Payton, his first year as head coach was my first year there, right? I was his second free agent signing. So I really felt like, where that offense was then compared to how we evolved over 15 years together, it was night and day. It went from like third grade math to calculus 303, but that was an evolution over time that we kind of built together, and we had this institutional knowledge with each other. I mean, like we can look at each other and say, hey, remember that play we ran in 2007 against the, whatever on Sunday Night Football and, blah, blah, blah. And then, so there was that just rapport that was created over time. And to your point, here's Bo Nix stepping into the situation where it's like, okay, well, this offense is already at like a stage 9, and so you got to almost kind of reel it back and say, okay, let's start from, square one. It's basically learning in a completely new language. And you're only going to be able to do what you feel like the quarterback is comfortable with. But at the same time, you're trying to press him and challenge him to really, kind of embrace it all. And I mean, Sean Payton's going to make that offense as complicated as the quarterback can handle it. And there's so many elements to it that, look, I think for me, Sean and I had that type of relationship where it got to the point where truly I knew what he was going to call before he called it, and a lot of that was just communication throughout the week and as we would talk through situations and that sort of thing. But I mean, that's really where you want to be with the play caller. I mean, did we have those moments where you're coming to the sideline and he's pissed about something with me, I'm pissed about something with him, and you're trying to, you're always recognizing that you're working together to come up with kind of the best solutions to problems and that kind of thing. At the end of the day, it's the player coach relationship, and he's always trying to bring out the best in you that just makes you want to play so hard for him. Like I always felt like I had something to prove to Sean Payton. In large part, that was because I knew that he took a chance to bring me into New Orleans coming off of my injury from the Chargers, and so I always felt really indebted to him throughout my career.
I'm going to stay in the AFC West. I'm going the Denver Broncos.
Like that
I'm on the Broncos bandwagon. Okay. Look, Bo Nix played a lot better than a lot of people thought. Okay, so what do? You go out there and you build a defense around him because defense is a quarterback's best friend. You go out, you get Hufanga. You go out, you get Dre Greenlaw. This defense was already ranked 3rd last season. Okay, and you go make them better. The sneakiest, one of the most sneaky signings, I think right now, Evan Ingram, tight end. I had a front row seat for Sean Payton, Jimmy Graham, that whole era in New Orleans. Sean Payton knows how to use a tight end better than anyone I've ever seen. I know Evan Ingram's 30. He's still got some tread left on those tires. I'm really excited to see how this Broncos team goes out there, faces the AFC West with the Chiefs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Buckle up because the Denver Broncos are no longer the laughingstock of the AFC West. They're the predators, ready to devour the division. I'm telling you, after a brutal rebuild, this team is surging like a wildfire. And if you're not on the bandwagon yet, you're about to miss the ride of your life. Picture this: Bo Nix, the rookie sensation who shattered expectations with 3,775 passing yards leading all first-year QBs, and now he's got a defense that's his unbreakable shield. Ranked third in the league last season, they've fortified it with beasts like Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw, turning it into a quarterback's ultimate fortress. But hold on, can this revamped squad dethrone the mighty Chiefs? The drama is just unfolding, and trust me, the collapse of Kansas City's dynasty might be closer than you think. But what's fueling this beast? Let's dive into the mind of Bo Nix himself, where excitement meets the grind of NFL glory. Imagine the sheer adrenaline pumping through Bo Nix right now, coming off a grueling 17-game rookie slate that took him straight to the playoffs, battling in Sean Payton's high-octane offense that demands perfection from snap one. This guy's no ordinary QB. With 61 college starts under his belt as a multi-sport phenom, he's got the maturity of a veteran at just 25. He's laser-focused on cranking it up a notch this offseason, building unbreakable chemistry with his receivers, while eyeing that bull's eye on the Chiefs' back. But here's the shocking truth. In a division stacked with powerhouses like Kansas City and the Chargers, Nix's poise could be the dagger that ends their reigns. Critics called him a bust. Now they're eating crow as he evolves into an exceptional force. The excitement is palpable. Can he lead Denver to dominance, or will the pressure crush him? Yet, no quarterback thrives alone. Let's expose how Denver's defense is becoming an impenetrable wall, ready to shield Nix and terrify opponents. Defense wins championships, and the Broncos are proving it with a savage overhaul that's got the AFC West trembling. Already ranked third last season with a staggering 19 interceptions and 50 sacks, they've doubled down by snagging elite talents like Hufanga and Greenlaw Warriors who bring bone-crushing intensity. This isn't just a unit. It's a demolition crew designed to protect Bo Nix and dismantle dynasties. But controversially, while haters whine about Denver's overhyped rebuild, the numbers scream success. Opponents averaged a measly 17 points per game against them. Sean Payton knows the formula: pair a stout D with a rising star QB, and it's poised to expose the Chiefs' vulnerabilities. The danger is real. One wrong move, and rivals could collapse into irrelevance. Feel the thrill. Denver's defense isn't just good, it's apocalyptic. And speaking of hidden gems, one sneaky signing could ignite the offense like never before. Prepare for the tight end revolution. In a move that's flying under the radar but screaming genius, the Broncos snagged Evan Engram at tight end, a 30-year-old beast with tires still screaming for the end zone. Sean Payton, the wizard who turned Jimmy Graham into a legend in New Orleans, knows how to weaponize TEs better than anyone alive. Engram's got the speed, hands, and grit to torch defenses, adding to Denver's arsenal amid a division where every edge counts. But here's the controversy. Skeptics call him washed up, yet his 950-plus yards last season prove otherwise. This pairing could be the spark that sets the AFC West ablaze, leaving the Chiefs gasping. The emotion hits hard. Imagine the heartbreak for rivals as Engram hauls in game winners. Denver's not just competing, they're dominating with shocking precision. But the real glue? It's the unbreakable bond between Nix and Payton. Let's uncover the tough love moments forging this powerhouse. Step into the fire of Sean Payton's world, where offenses evolve from basic math to mind-bending calculus over years of blood, sweat, and sideline clashes. For Bo Nix, it's like learning a new language in year two. Challenging, brutal, but transformative. Payton pushes QBs to their limits, building rapport through heated moments that forge legends. Remember, this is the coach who resurrected careers. Nix feels indebted, driven to prove himself in a system that's already at stage 9. Controversially, While naysayers predict a benching by 2027, the reality is electric. Knicks's comfort level is skyrocketing, setting up play-action bombs. The stakes are sky-high, one misstep, and dreams shatter. But the excitement? It's intoxicating. As this duo eyes Super Bowl glory amid the division's chaos. This chemistry extends to the roster now. Witness the shocking depth that's got other teams scavenging Denver's scraps. The Broncos roster is so loaded, it's a bloodbath just to make the cut 6-hour meetings to decide fates, up from 1 hour last year. Sean Payton gambled big, waving talents like Deary Mathis, Xavier Truss, and Clay Webb, only for them to get snatched by Carolina, New Orleans, and Tennessee. 4 ex-Broncos now starting elsewhere? That's not failure. It's proof of insane depth, shocking moves. Cutting Lavelle Bailey, a potential starter, for special teams ace Kareem Reed, trusting health in Singleton and Greenlaw. But the twists? Bailey, Caleb Lohner, and others boomerang back, choosing Denver over millions elsewhere. Controversial? Haters called it a sinking ship. Wrong. This culture magnet is thriving, with activations like Adam Prentice and A.T. Perry ready to explode. The danger for rivals? Denver's bench could start for half the league. With this fortress built, Payton's confidence is unshakable. Let's reveal his bold Super Bowl claims and the culture flip. Sean Payton isn't mincing words. Before camp, he told Yahoo this is one of 6 teams he's coached that could win the Super Bowl, and after preseason, he didn't budge. No desperate grabs from other cuts. That's raw confidence in a squad so deep. Even backups like Frank Crum, coveted by 3 teams, and Sam Ehlinger, who spurned QB2 gigs for Denver, scream loyalty. The emotional turnaround? From sinking ship to talent magnet, guys like Bailey and Lohner returned, indebted to Payton's culture. But the shock. While Broncos soar, rivals degrade. Chiefs Rashee Rice slapped with a 6-game suspension for his reckless crimes, disrupting Mahomes' chemistry through a gauntlet schedule against Eagles, Ravens, and more. Add Travis Kelce's late-life engagement drama, at 36, signing a prenup thicker than his playbook. The Chiefs are crumbling. Denver's rise is poetic justice. All this builds to one thrilling climax. Why, Broncos fans, your time is now. Broncos country, this is your moment. The team that's risen from ashes, armed with Knicks's fire, Payton's genius, and a roster that's the envy of the NFL. Feel the rush. A defense ready to collapse empires. An offense primed for explosions. And rivals like the Chiefs facing self-inflicted wounds. The controversy rages. Will Denver steal the AFC West crown? The numbers don't lie, the culture's unbreakable, and the excitement is electric. Don't ignore this. Join the charge before it's too late. Sean Payton was right again. Lift those arms high, because glory awaits.